Hey, what's up guys? My name is Quibble and I hope you're having yourselves a fantastic day so far. Today I'm bringing you guys a review on this guy. This is the DJI Mini 2. I'm going to show you guys all the features that it offers and all the pros and cons about it and why this drone is right for you or why you should pick this drone. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Alright, so starting off the review of the DJI Mini 2, as you can see this drone is really small. It's the size of like a hamburger, if you can picture that. I'm really hungry right now, so I'll make a lot of food references. Under 249 grams, so you do not have to register this drone with the FAA. If it's 250 grams or above, you do have to register these drones with the FAA. 249 grams, this drone can be flown whenever, wherever, however you would like. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Alright, so right off the bat, I just want to say that I think everyone that wants to get the DJI Mini 2 should get the Fly More combo. It's really worth it. I added it up and I did the math on it. If you guys do want to get just the drone itself and get the Fly More combo later, it is more expensive than just breaking out an extra $100 for all the accessories that you get. I'm going to go over them in a second. First accessory that you do get is the two-way charging case. What this does is it holds 3 of your batteries. As you can see your battery life and stuff. As you can see on the side, it has a USB-A, USB-C, and a power button. The power button is obviously to show you your battery life. If I take one battery out, the battery light will go away. If I put it back in, the battery lights will come back. USB-C is for charging the case with all the batteries in it, and the USB-A is to double as a battery pack. So this can be used as a battery pack to power other devices if you so need. The second thing that you get, or the second few things that you get, are extra propellers. So you get 3 sets of propellers, 4 in each bag, so you get 12 of them in total. There you go, cool. You also get the screwdriver, a DJI branded screwdriver with the propellers, and you also get an extra pair of thumbsticks for your controller itself. Last but not least, you do get a carrying case with the drone. Really nice carrying case. I don't use it because I have a backpack that I use to carry my drone, but you can use that if you do so wish. Alright, so now we're going to go over the controller. As you can see, I almost dropped it right there. We're going to go over the DJI Mini 2 controller real quick. As you can see, there are no thumbsticks in it right now, but if you turn the controller on the bottom side, you can see you have little thumbsticks on this side. They are the same, so it doesn't matter which side you put them in, or if you mix them up or whatnot, they're both the same, so it doesn't matter which side you put them in, like that you screw them in, so don't worry about that. If we go ahead and take a look at the front of the controller, starting from left to right, we can see that we have a function button that can be programmed to do whatever you want. This is the attitude/altitude indicator. This will make the drone go up, that will make the drone go down, and then you can turn left and right. In the middle, you have a return to home button plus pause flight. So if you're flying and you pause it, or so if you're flying you press this, it'll just hover. You have your cinematic mode, your normal mode, and your sport mode switch in the middle. You have your power button, which if you press it once will show you your power level indicator. This is the actual flight. If you push this to go forward, push this to go backwards, left and right, you can yaw left, yaw right. Right here is a mode switch, so you can switch between photography and video mode. On the front of the controller, you have your shutter button to start recording, stop recording, and take a picture. And you also have your gimbal rotation little knob thing, I don't know, a dial, I guess you can call it, which is really cool. One thing I love about the controller, of course, staying consistent with DJI, is that they love to use USB-C. Thank you, DJI, for using USB-C and not using some proprietary port or even micro USB. Really like that. Thank you guys. So taking the drone out the box, it would look something like this. You'll have stickers all over it and stuff, but you can go ahead and take the stickers off right now. You'll have this propeller guard around it. Go ahead and look to the right side, or to the left side of it actually. You will go ahead and just clip it off. It will just slide right off, and now the propellers can freely move. You can go ahead and take this gimbal guard off, just like so. You want to clip it from the back and push forward. Be careful not to break that. And to fold the legs out, or to fold the motors out, you want to start with the front first, the front two first, like that. And then you want to do the back two next, or last. And there you go, you got yourself your Mini 2 right there ready to go. Well, it's not ready to go, but you have it prepared. The reason I say you want to do the front first is because they have these little antenna slash legs right here. So if you were to, let's see if I can show this right. If you were to bend the rear ones out first, and then you can't, the rear ones block the front ones. So you got to do the back one, or the front ones first, and then the back ones last. So again, on the back you have your micro SD card slot right here, your micro SD card slot right here, and then your USB-C right there. So it's really, really nice. Once again, DJI staying consistent with the times, staying USB-C. Thank you guys so much for that. All right, so now we're getting ready for our first flight. We have the controller. We have the Mavic, no, that's Mavic. We have the Mini 2 right here, and we have our two-way charging hub right here. So what you need, and you're also gonna need your phone, of course. So first thing you want to do is, we can go ahead and put this little hatch up in the back of the drone. That reveals the battery compartment. So we can go ahead and get a battery out of the hub, take that out, slide it in with the contacts and the little notch facing up. Do it like that. You're gonna hear it snap, boom, like that, and then you're ready to go. You can go ahead and hit the button once to see the battery life, and you can go ahead and click it once and then hold it down to all the battery lights come on. The motors will jitter around a little bit, that is normal, and the gimbal will auto center itself, and you can see that the light will start flashing. Same process with the controller. You're going to slide this little hatch out right here. Depending on what phone you have, you will have the different connectors in the box. I obviously am using an iPhone 11 Pro Max, so I will need the lightning cable. So go ahead and hold this back here. You can put this up here, and then boom, your phone is ready to go. Excuse the dump truck or the garbage truck that's outside. Go ahead and plug that in there. Go ahead, same process with the controller. Click it once to see the battery life and hold it down. You will hear a beep, and then boom, it is now on. And you want to download the DJI Fly app. It will automatically connect, and then boom, we're already ready to go. So just like that. You will have to register the drone. It's pretty simple. It's like dummy proof. It's pretty simple to register it, so don't fret about that. We're going to go over all this stuff when we get outside and ready to take our first flight. So let's go do that now. Alright, so now we're outside with the Mini 2. Got it right here, got the battery in it and everything. Once again, to turn it on, you press it one time and then you press it again and hold it. You'll hear the little jingle. The gimbal will auto center itself, and you're ready to go. Now to launch it, you want to set it on a flat level surface, such as the ground. Now the controller, same process. Press it one time, then hold it. You hear the little chime. Go ahead and open up the DJI Fly app. I'm going to go ahead and start recording on my phone. So here we are on my phone. Just quick rundown before we actually take off. Up at the top right or top left, you got normal mode. So that changes with the switch on the controller. You got cinematic, smooth, normal, and then sport. Cinematic being smooth, normal being, you know, your normal flying, and sport being the fast mode. Down here you got your map. Obviously I'm going to blur this out because I don't want anybody to know my location. Click it again, you got that the live view. You can center your compass and stuff like that. You got your attitude indicator, and that's pretty cool. I'm going to leave that on down there. Over here you got your histogram. That's usually not on it by default, but you have it right there. You can turn that on the settings. Up here is your battery life. Obviously, if I just go ahead and make the motor spin up real quick, it's not going to do it just yet. That'll tell you like all your battery percentages. That'll tell you until return to home, until forced landing, until battery depleted and stuff like that. You got your remote control connection, and then you got how many satellites you're connected to. The more satellites you're connected to, the better your connection is going to be, the farther you can fly. So let's see right here. Going over the controls on the controller real quick, you got your gimbal dial / rotor right here. Pushing it all the way to the right goes up, pushing it all the way to the left goes down, and then, yep. Bottom left, you have your height. Your height is like up and down, obviously, and the D stands for distance from the controller. As you can see, if I walk back here, the distance is going to go up. I just walk backwards right there. The distance is going to go up. J plus R down there tells you how many photos you can take. We're shooting in JPEG plus RAW. You can't shoot in just RAW, which is something I really don't like. EV is your exposure value. You can turn that up if you're shooting like really dark environments. Auto exposure down there, I actually have mine. If I double click the function button, the auto exposure turns on and off, or locks and unlocks. Over here you have your optical zoom. It's not really the greatest quality, but you do have it if you need it. Over here you can switch from video to photo mode. You can also do that while hitting the button on the side, the right button right next to the throttle control. Press it again and it'll switch to photo mode. You got your album, you got what's stored on the aircraft, which is the SD card, and then you got what's stored on the DJI Fly server. So that's pretty cool. There's two ways to take off. As you can see over here on the left, you have this little button. It says take off on it. You hold it down, and when you let go of it, it will take off and it'll automatically hover. I'm actually going to go forward a little bit so that way it's not too loud. It'll actually take off and it'll just hover at about 3 feet. I'm going to land it real quick, and you land it by just holding down the joystick on the left. That's your altitude indicator. My personal way of launching it, you can launch it two ways. That's the first way. The second way is to push down on both the joysticks and then go either outwards or inwards. So then we can go ahead and take off like that by just hitting the altitude joystick. Also, you got your return to home button and your flight pause button. And I think that's pretty much it. You got your shutter button to take a picture or to start recording. As you can see now, we can, well, it's not showing my, my battery for some reason. We just go ahead and fly here for a second. There we go, now it shows it. So that's pretty nice. I don't know why it measures it in feet and inches. That's really weird. So yeah, let's go ahead and we'll go over the settings real quick. Let's go over here. Really awesome drone. I really like it. It was a windy day yesterday, so I couldn't really get good audio out of the mic. You can just press it one time. You don't have to hold it. This is a really good stress test right now. Today is a better day. I recorded one, like the shot yesterday, and it was really windy, and you couldn't hear anything I was saying. So anyway, over here, the settings in the safety column, you have the max altitude, which is 1,640 feet. You can't go higher than that. It's limited by DJI, so that really sucks. You got your max distance you can fly with. You can go all the way from 65 feet away to no limit, which no limit's really like 16,000 feet, like that, 16,400 feet. There's some cars passing right now. You can actually see them right here. Anyway, the max distance is 16,400 feet, which is, I don't know how you would get that far and back on one battery, because the battery on this thing doesn't last that long. You got about 25 minutes of flight time, so I don't know how that would work out. Auto return to home height, that auto return to home altitude, that's obviously you want that set as the higher point, as higher than the highest point that you have. So the highest point to me is this tree right here that we're looking at. I apologize for the poor quality. So you want to set that higher than your highest obstacle, like a tree or power lines or whatever. Update home point. Obviously, it's going to show you the map. I'm going to blur that out, obviously, but you can drag and wherever you want, you can update the home point. That's really cool because you can actually fly this drone like an Inspire, like a DJI Inspire, and it is like you can rotate the drone while you're maintaining one stable path. Let's say you want to go forward, but you want to look to the right or left. You can do that. I might make an updated video about that, how to do that, like exploits and stuff like that. You can calibrate your compass and your internal measurement systems. Battery info, this is pretty cool. You can see the volts and the temperatures, how many times it's been charged, the production date, which is really cool. Unlock geo zone, that's if you're somewhere that's restricted. I was going to show you guys how to fly in restricted airspaces, like with Kitty Hawk and stuff, but I don't know too much about it yet, and I don't fly in restricted airspaces, so that's not really for me. Advanced safety controls, you can just mess around with that. Payload mode, this drone is not really made to pick up anything. So this is like, it says it's only used for like if you have prop guards or anything on it, which you don't really need prop guards. I guess if you're a beginner like I am, really, you could use them. Find my drone, this is going to show the last known location. Let's say someone shot the drone out of midair, like they just poof and it just exploded. Well, I don't know if the audio is going to get bad here, but the wind's picking up. Let's just say it exploded in midair. Well, this is going to show the last known location that the drone knew of. So that's pretty cool. Units, you got your units. Front LED mode, you can pick between static, breathing, and rainbow. Gimbal mode, this is pretty cool. You got follow mode, which if I just pan up here a little bit, see if I go left to right, you can see how the gimbal obviously stays centered. If we go to FPV mode, you can see how it just locks the gimbal horizontally, which is pretty cool. Kind of gimmicky, like I don't think anyone would ever want to use that because FPV drones are way cooler. Allow gimbal upward rotation. This is new in the firmware update. You used to not be able to do this. Like whenever I first got this drone, you could not do this. So that's really cool. That's brand new. Gimbal calibration. You can't do that while you're in flight, obviously. Advanced gimbal settings. The only ones I really mess with are sport and normal mode. Cinematic is just too slow for me, so I never really use it. Phone charging, obviously, pretty self-explanatory. You use the big 2500 milliamp hour battery in the controller to charge your phone. That's pretty cool. Stick mode, you can look through that and see whichever one suits you the best. Button customization, that's for the function button. So see, if I press the function button once, it'll bring up, okay, maybe not. Maybe I have to have the map open. Yeah, that's it. I have to have the map open in order to show it. But if I press it one time and once again, it'll just switch between live mode and map. And if I press it twice, if you see there in the bottom right, the auto exposure locked and unlocks. Remote calibration, I really don't know what that really does. Format, JPEG plus RAW. You really want to shoot RAW as much as you can. Size, 4x3. Shoot everything 4x3. You can convert it to 16:9, 1:1 or whatever in post. Because 16:9, if you notice, look how much more cropped it is than if I were to go to 4x3. 4x3, you're using the entire camera sensor, so you have about 10 million more pixels to work with. I definitely recommend that. Histogram, I just use that to make sure I'm not overexposed or anything. So you see the histogram is right here. Sorry about that. Overexposure warning, it's just going to show grid lines where it's all overexposed. So as you can see, the white truck right behind me. Let's see if I can find anything else. Oh, look, that house over there. Pretty cool stuff. Really don't use that because it's kind of annoying to look at. Grid lines, you got your X, you got your dot, and you got your rule of thirds. I really just use the rule of thirds one because I'm shooting in like frames like that. White balance, does a really good job at auto white balancing. Auto sync HD photos, just keep that on. Cache while recording, keep that on, and keep the max video cache all the way up. So you really want like a 64 gig or bigger SD card when you're shooting, because this drone is 4K. So you really don't want to get anything smaller than that, because then it's kind of a waste and you're just gonna like build up that, it's just gonna take up a lot of storage. So you'd know what I mean if you shoot like in 4K or higher resolutions a lot. Frequencies and dual bands, like you just keep it in dual band, keep the channel mode in auto, and then you just got like your serial numbers here, your and your firmware versions. So that's all really cool. We got the attitude indicator. Let's see, let's actually return to home real quick. Let's see how accurate it is. Now this drone is not that accurate when it comes to return to home. It does a pretty good job, but as you can see right here, you can rotate left and right and you see it's still going in a straight line. So let's pan down right here. So there I am right there, if you can see me. It looks like it might actually land quite close. As you can see, you can't turn that beeping off. It's coming down real slow. Man, okay, that was really cool. That was really nice, actually. That was really, really close. So anyway, This drone will do about 25 miles an hour. Actually 35. It'll do 35. As you can see, we can just put it full throttle forwards. As you can see above the D on distance, you can see that the drone is about 33 miles an hour, and I'm going pretty far right now. Let's go up a little bit higher. I don't want to get too close to the trees. I typically don't fly far with this drone. I don't fly out of sight. So yeah, a lot of people will fly miles away, but man, I'm too scared to fly that far in case it does lose connection or whatnot. So anyway, I think that's it that I explained about. You can go back over here. It'll show you, don't worry, you can still control the drone like this. If you got to go up or down or swerve or move something, you still can control the drone right here. You can go to your profile. You can see how long you've flown for, your distance, your total flights and stuff like that. Really cool stuff like that. You can go to your album. That'll just show you everything that's on the SD card or on the DJI server. Yeah, let's go through the different modes. We got AEB. I really don't know what AEB is. I never messed with it before. Let's go back to normal mode. Video, obviously, you got your cinematics like 4K 24, 4K 30. You got your 1440p 60. You can do 1440p 60 or 1080p 60, whichever one you would want. It's up to you. Quick shots, I don't really mess around with quick shots too much. We can go ahead and try one out here. The wind is pretty hard right now. You got to remember how heavy this drone is. It's not. As you can see, the quick shot already can detect me, and it kind of detects the tripod as it too. And if I walk left to right, it does a pretty good job at tracking me. I wish they would have active track in this version, but if I go ahead and hit start here, I don't know what this is going to do actually. Wait. No, let's do rocket, and let's just do 90 feet. Bang, bang. It'll count down from 3 to 1. And it should just go up on its own. As you can see, I'm not controlling the drone. It is completely doing this on its own. Make sure there's nothing above it, obviously. But that's pretty cool how that works. You can obviously like reverse this and make it look cool, like the drone's coming down. Pretty cool stuff. Haven't really messed around with that often. I don't mess around with that. I really just like to sightsee with this drone. So there you go, and after it's done, it'll beep, and then it'll say it's returning. You can obviously, if you don't want it to return, you can just hit the X, and it'll stop in its tracks like that. So this drone, please keep in mind that this drone does not have obstacle avoidance. The only sensors it has is on the bottom of the drone, and they only use that for when it's landing. Like this. As you can see, I'm landing right here. Well, hang on. Let me go back to, let's go back to video mode real quick. And as you see, you just hold down on the altitude indicator, and then boom, it'll flawlessly land every single time. So that's pretty cool. You can also launch it like from your hand, and you can land it in your hand too. That's a little bit more advanced, and I don't recommend you doing that if you're a beginner. Anyway, guys, let's go back inside. I hope you all enjoyed the flight. Hopefully you learned something. Let's go back inside and go over a few accessories. All right, hey, what's up, guys? We're back inside. I know it seems I'm wearing a different shirt and stuff. This is like, we're like a few days later. I had a lot of projects going on, so I got sidetracked really easily, and I just started working on different projects, and I forgot about you guys. So different accessories that I'm just going to go over the different accessories that I really recommend. So first being the Fly More combo. Obviously you get the 3 extra batteries, you get the charging case, the extra props, and yeah, I mean, just do the math yourself and you'll understand that the Fly More combo is really worth it. So a few more accessories I have is this guy. This clips onto the front of your drone, and it works as 2 things. It works as a sunshade and a gimbal guard. So this thing sticks out further than the gimbal, so if you were to ever direct impact on a surface such as a house like this, and just so happens that whenever I crashed into the house right there, that I didn't have the gimbal guard on, so never again would that happen. So also, if you're shooting like this way, if you're shooting straight on like golden hour and the sun's over here, you won't get any of that glare. So that's really nice. For all you night flyers, night photographers and stuff, this is a drone strobe. Now, in some places you are like mandatory supposed to have a strobe on top. The drone does not have a strobe. The Mini 2 does not have a strobe on top, but it does have one on bottom. It's mandatory you have to see it for 3 statute miles. I don't really know how you measure statute miles, but this drone has white flashing, white pulsing, green flashing, green pulsing, red flashing, and red pulsing. Then we're back to white. The light is really bright. I did a lot of tests outside, and this thing is really freaking bright. I actually put it on the bottom. I wouldn't advise you put it on the bottom because this would be the lowest point of the drone, and then whenever you go to land it, it would want to balance on the light. So don't put it on the bottom. But I tried it on the bottom anyway because I'm hard-headed. So yeah. Anyway, got this guy. Now this is a 50-50 shot. I didn't really get to test this that much, but basically what this is a range extender for the controller to the drone. I really don't know how it works. It was $11, so I got it, but I haven't really tried it out. I'm pretty sure it doesn't work. This just clips on the back of your controller. I can just show you guys right here real quick. It just clips onto the back of your controller like that, and then boom, it's ready to go. Really don't think that works, so yeah. Another accessory that I really recommend anybody and every drone owner to get is a camera protector and a screen protector. So on my iPhone, I have a $100 Sapphire screen protector, which was totally worth it. It's scratch proof. You can scratch it on the ground and will not scratch it because obviously Sapphire is harder than rock and metal and stuff like that. But this is just a tempered glass screen protector I got on Amazon. It was like $5 or whatever. Get one. Trust me, whenever I crashed into the house and I didn't think I had this on it, this saved it. This saved my camera because it cracked the glass on it. It cracked the screen protector. The charger for the Mini 2 is a love-hate relationship. So I love this controller a lot for a few reasons. One, it's small and compact, and two, it's two-way. So you can use it to charge the batteries, and you can use it to discharge the batteries as a battery bank. But what I hate about it is that it sequentially charges. Basically what that means is if all of these batteries are dead, these two won't charge unless this one is charged all the way. It's the same with, like, if these two are dead, this one won't charge. Or if this one is dead, this one is full, this one won't charge. So there's a way around that. They make a simultaneous charger that hooks onto your batteries via clips, and this charges the same voltage, same amperage, but it just charges all at the same time. So if I go ahead and take a battery out right here, you can see that we can just pop it in like so, and it'll actually show you that your battery is fully charged. So that's really cool. If you know that you're going somewhere that you're going to be flying a while or a lot, you don't want to wait 4 hours for all 3 of these batteries to charge. That's ridiculous. This will charge all 3 of your batteries in about an hour. So 4 hours versus 1 hour. So the next one is a last but not least. This is kind of like a cosmetic, but it's a drone charging display case. I don't know why I got this, but I really like the way it looks. This is what it looks like. You put your drone in it, and there's like a little light up ring on the bottom. And if you have a battery already in it, you put the drone in it, and you put the little USB-C clip on it, and then it'll charge all the time. It'll just trickle charge it. But it also looks cool, like a display piece. It looks like your prized possession, which is pretty cool. I plan on getting another battery to keep in it at all times, so that way I'm ready to fly. I can just take this piece off and grab the drone. So yeah, that's pretty neat right there. So I think I covered everything. I don't think there's anything else left to show. I mean, yeah, I think I covered everything, guys. If you guys did enjoy the video and this is your first time watching me, make sure you subscribe. Get subscribed, get notified, turn on the bell, so that way you know whenever I upload. And yeah, I guess I'll see you all in the next video. As always, my name is Quibble, and I hope you all have a great day. Peace.